My name is Marianne Calder. I was 38 when my father decided my daughter and I were taking up too much room. He let himself into my backyard without knocking or calling, a realtor beside him with a clipboard and a tape measure. He stood at the patio's edge like an appraiser. My sister Claudia hovered by the sliding door while her twin boys looped on balance bikes. Their tires ran through the chalk drawings my daughter had made across the stones, smearing bright lines into dust. Dad pointed at the swing set. "Stop being selfish," he said. "The twins need a bigger yard." The realtor nodded and wrote, as if feelings could become paperwork. "We're listing next week," Dad added. "You'll stay in the garage apartment." Claudia's husband, Derek, laughed, pleased. "Finally," he said. "A real house for real family." I wanted to scream. Instead, my face did what it was trained to do. A small, compliant smile, the kind that keeps disasters quiet. "Okay," I said. Dad looked satisfied and answered the realtor's photo question for me. My daughter Lily stood on the back step clutching a paper snowflake she'd cut for the kitchen window, glue dried in dots on her fingers. She didn't cry. She folded it in half and pressed it to her chest like she was trying to take up less space. After they left, I pulled boxes from the garage apartment, my father's chosen punishment, and packed with careful hands. Lily's books, our plates, her framed school photo. She sat on the rug with her stuffed rabbit and whispered, "Did I do something wrong?" My phone buzzed. Unknown number, 3 stark lines, "Don't leave, check the basement." Grandma. I stared at the text until the screen dimmed. Grandma didn't text. If she needed me, she called. In the hall, I heard Lily's drawer. She was on the carpet, folding shirts into her backpack beside her stuffed rabbit, face steady in a way that made me cold. "Stay in here," I said. "I have to check the basement." She nodded. "No, why?" I took the heavy flashlight from the kitchen drawer, the one Dad insisted we keep, and yanked the basement door open. It stuck, then gave. The stairs creaked under me. Downstairs smelled of concrete and dust. The chest freezer hummed in the corner, empty but plugged in. Dad always wanted it running. Options, he'd said. Behind it, the wall paint was slightly wrong. I ran my fingers along the baseboard and found an uneven seam. A panel lifted too easily. Cold metal met my knuckles, a lockbox, and a thick envelope wrapped in plastic. My name, Marianne, was written across it in Grandma Evelyn's slanted cursive. Upstairs, I opened her letter first. She'd amended the trust and recorded it. My father was no longer trustee. I was. An attorney's business card was clipped to the page, his number circled in ink. She wrote one more line. "Open the lockbox." The key was taped inside the envelope. Statements spilled out. Withdrawals to cash, transfers to Dad, then Claudia. Amounts that didn't match Grandma's care costs. In the margin, her handwriting, "Asked him." He lied. I checked on Lily. She'd fallen asleep on top of her blanket, backpack still open beside the bed like an escape she'd rehearsed. Something in me snapped into clarity. I hid the papers, then locked the drawer tight. Tomorrow I wouldn't be quiet. At 8:12 a.m., I made coffee and called the attorney on Grandma Evelyn's card. After I verified my name, he said, "Your father has no authority. The amendment is recorded. You're the trustee." Relief hit first, then heat behind my eyes. I called the bank, froze the transfers, changed passwords, and asked for a review of the withdrawals. Each confirmation email felt like a bolt sliding home. Lily wandered in and saw the boxes. Her shoulders rose like she was bracing. I crouched in front of her. "We're not moving into the garage," I said. "This is still our home for good." She nodded, a smile forming, like it was learning to trust air again. At 2:15, my father arrived with Claudia and Derek. He climbed the steps already talking. I opened the door and held up the folder. "You can't sell it," I said. "Grandma changed the trust. I'm in charge now." His face tightened. Claudia's hand flew to her mouth. "She wouldn't," she breathed. "She did," I said. "And the money you took? It's documented." Derek tried to lean past me, all charm. "Let's be reasonable." "Leave," I said, and closed the door. The lock turned. Their voices spiked. then faded down the walk. Inside, Lily pressed into my side, Rabbit tucked under her arm. "Are we okay?" she asked. "We are," I told her. "And you never have to make yourself smaller." 2 days later, I wheeled Grandma Evelyn through the courtyard garden. She squeezed my fingers. That afternoon, Lily redrew her chalk city on the patio stones. Fresh roads, names, 3 figures holding hands.